Hey guys, what's up? Sermo11 here. My throat kind of hurts. Just recorded a very long Total Drama All Stars review, but today I'll be doing a review over Pokemon Origins. I'll probably be a little bit more quieter just because of the fact that my throat hurts. But this is an amazing special. Like, there's no other way I can say this. This was phenomenal. I will be looking through my notes and also be looking through a description of the episodes because I watched this last week. But it's very good. It follows the games, and I want to go over this just because of the fact that a lot of people were confused. Pokemon Adventures is based off of the video games, but it has a little bit more detail. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of childish at the same time. A lot of people are overhyping it because a few Pokemon lost their limbs in part of it, so that automatically makes it a big deal. The Pokemon anime is based off the video games as well, but we have Ash, who is based off of Red, and there's that whole thing where people think Ash is Red, but they're two different people. And the whole confusion, like people were thinking this is an adaptation of the Pokemon Adventures manga. It's kind of stupid because if you're actually like a fan of each series, each Pokemon series individually, you should know who Red is from each series. Red in the video games has brown hair. Like that's easily that's something that you should be able to know if you played Pokemon Red or Leaf Green. And Red from the manga series has black hair. I'm just saying, but I've probably spent a minute. Yeah, I spent over a minute talking about that. So this special or whatever, it follows Red and Green. It's kind of like a movie because it's 2 hours long. It's 4 episodes, and it's basically just a summary of Red's journey throughout Kanto. Now, this could be a show. This definitely could be a show. It's just that good. I would watch this every week. I was keeping up with the Pokemon anime before school started, and if they weren't doing as many fillers, I probably still would have kept up with it, but I just can't. So, first episode, Red and Green, they get called over to Professor Oak. By the way, if you haven't seen the special, go watch it, and then you can come back to this and watch this. So, Red and Green, they go to Professor Oak, they get their Pokemon. It's very reminiscent. It's very nostalgic. Yeah, let me just use another word. It's very nostalgic of the video games. So you've played the video games, you're gonna catch all the little quirks and everything. Red chooses a Charmander, which is what most players chose. I don't know if they based that off of that or they already knew which Pokemon Red would choose and which Pokemon Green would choose. So they don't battle right away, which is different because I was waiting for them to battle right in the lab, but I thought they were about to battle, and then for some reason Green left. I forgot about that. But after a while, they're catching wild Pokemon. Red's on his way, and then he fights Green. And this fight, if you haven't seen the special, I think you already know about this fight because Squirtle uses Bite on Charmander, and Charmander's screaming like it sounds like Charmander's dying. I wish I could play that clip. If I had the legal rights to play that clip in this video, I so would. Because that is so funny. That was hilarious when I watched it. He's like, Squirtle, use Bite. And then Charmander's just screaming. Charmander's screaming for like 5 or 10 seconds. It's just like so uncomfortable too. But this style is also very similar to Ken Sugimori, I think. The guy who did the original art for the games, and I think he still does the art for the games. So it's very reminiscent of his original style, not his current style. So, and it doesn't look like the regular Pokemon anime, which it makes it a very easy way to distinguish between the two. If you're stupid and still don't get that, even though I explained it. So, first episode, Red gets defeated. He finds Brock some place, and then he talks to Brock. Brock is supposed to be like this more. It's supposed to be like kind of inspirational, I guess, to him. And then Red goes to Viridian City, and then he goes to Pewter City. He finds out that Brock is the gym leader, and it's set up just like in the game. Like that, you have these little parts where the the lackey trainers. I don't know what would you call the trainers. You have the trainers in the gym before you can get to the gym leader. Gym trainers, whatever. They're right there, but for some reason he goes straight to Brock. I don't know how that works. I guess he must have hacked the game or something. And he's fighting against Brock's Pokemon. He manages to defeat him, which was pretty cool. Second episode is called Cubone. I'm going to just try to go through these very quickly. So Red's earned 2 gym badges. He's in Lavender Town. He goes to, like, I think it's the Pokemon Club, or it's the Pokemon House. Yeah, it's the Pokemon House. He goes to the Pokemon House, and there's this guy, Mr. Fuji. He has all these various Pokemon in there, but there's this one Cubone who's really messed up because the Cubone's mother was killed, and they actually showed it. They showed part of it. Like, the dude from Team Rocket, when they showed the flashback, I was like, whoa. He pulled out a stick, and it was like there was like electricity around the stick, and then I guess he just beat the mother to death. That was dark, because we all know like what happens with Cubones and stuff, but that was pretty dark for Pokemon. And the Pokemon Tower has been overrun by Team Rocket. Red goes into there, Green's already there, and they fight Team Rocket, and then the spirit's set to rest. And episode 3, Giovanni. This is Red. He has 4 badges now, I believe, and then he has a Charizard, and they basically encounter the president of Slipco, and it's been the vice president. It's been taken over by Team Rocket, and Red, I think he gets a Master Ball. It's either Red or Green. One of them gets like a Master. Yeah, it's definitely Red. He gets a Master Ball. He gets a Lapras. You know how this goes. It's following the plot of the game. And I like this part when he ran into Giovanni, because they fought inside the room, which was very different. And he had a Nidoqueen, and Red had his Charizard, and then they were throwing each other into like the bookcases. I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. They're fighting actually in a room. That's different. They don't really do that in the Pokemon anime, the normal one, because normally there's like a battle stage under every floor. Like literally in the Pokemon world, there's like a battle stage under every single floor, and this was different. They fought inside of a building, and they were destroying things. I like this. I want more of this. And then Red goes to Viridian City. He's pretty much done with his journey, and then he finds out the gym leader is Giovanni. If you haven't played the original games, I'm sorry, but I told you guys to stop watching. And they've confirmed something, that gym leaders have different teams. I think they were trying to confirm this. I like this because he had 2 sets of Pokemon teams, and I think he used the more serious ones, I believe. So I'm just saying, I like that. Gym leaders having more than one team for various trainers or various battles, and basically, I keep saying this, but it is a summarized version of the Pokemon story. A lot of things are skipped over because you can't show every single battle in every single episode. You can't show Red getting all these Pokemon. It's similar to the manga in the respect of you don't see him catch every Pokemon, and in the manga series, Red doesn't catch it. You don't see him catch every Pokemon, and you don't really know what's on his team. What he throws out could be completely different. And with Ash, you kind of know what Ash has, because Ash normally goes to the PC to get his Pokemon. Only time they really switch that up is in the League, I think. And they may have done it once or twice where Ash suddenly has some different Pokemon. And they actually gave Giovanni a backstory where I think he was a little bit similar to Red in his backstory, and he didn't have that much hair. He disbands Team Rocket after Red beats him, and he gets his gym badge, and Red can go to the Pokemon League. So Red goes to the Pokemon League. He beats all the people there. They don't really show any of that. They show him and Lance a little bit of that, and then he finds out that Green is the champion. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know Green would be the champion? I did not know that. I've never played Pokemon Fire Red. I've never seen any Pokemon material. No, I'm just kidding. So it kind of just gets down to a match between Red's Charizard and Green's Blastoise. I truthfully think Blastoise should have won, but that's not really how the games go. You have to win. And I saw this image on Facebook. They kind of compared the fight from the beginning to the end. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, when I was talking about the whole scene with Squirtle and Charmander, you had Squirtle biting Charmander, and then you had this scene where Charizard punches what's this Pokemon? Blastoise, and then it's just like staring at him with the fist like right in his face. It's crazy. So it was kind of weird, like the way they were talking about the Pokemon. Red, he caught all 149, and then they were talking about like 150. I forgot if this was early on in the episode or later in the episodes, but they were talking about this, and I'm like, what? There's 151, and I guess there was I don't know if it was like this in the game, like if there was more of a mystery about it, but I like that. They're really switching it up. They were taking this canon story material from the video games, and they're adding more details to it. They're not changing it that much. And then the side characters are relevant, if I didn't say that already, because I don't really have that many notes on this. I'm kind of going off of the top of my head. And then there's this thing where Red finds the diary talking about Mewtwo and Mew. And there's this scene with him and Mewtwo, and it was pretty cool where he has, it was him and Charizard fighting Mewtwo. And I told you guys, people disrespected me for this theory. I clearly watched the trailer. I watched the trailer twice just to see this. I said at the end of the trailer for this, Charizard Mega Evolves, because him and Red, like, they were in the anime special, they're falling in water, but I thought they were like in a circle or something. And then I see the DNA symbol or whatever, the Mega Evolution symbol pop up, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna Mega Evolve. And then some people called me a troll. They called me other bad words and things, and I was like, wow. You just see like the disrespect on the internet. But yeah, Charizard, it's Mega Charizard X, the black one with the blue flames, looks amazing. I wish I got Pokemon X, but I got Y because I think the legend looks cooler. That's kind of what I normally base it off of. But if I had got both, I definitely would have got the Mega Charizard X. I'm wondering if someone could trade that to me, because I'm guessing there's going to be like different types of Mega Stones. And then there's like there was a plot earlier, with the Mega Stones, and that's kind of why the side characters are relevant. And then they find out there's one more Pokemon. If Mewtwo was a clone, then where's the original? And then Mew pops up in the mirror, and it's awesome. You have this whole thing where they want to find the Pokemon, and then the journey continues. And I truthfully think that there could be various versions of Pokemon. Not watch all of them. I think we can get an anime off of Pokemon Adventures whenever we have enough. There's enough volumes where we can get like a pretty long anime off of that. And we can have the Pokemon Origins special based off of the video games, which would be cool. They add more details to it. And we could have the anime with Ash going on. We could bring back Pokemon Chronicles with the side stories of like the side characters from Ash's journey. And I'm just gonna take a look at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. But let me just see what I got. This is a very good special. It was very detailed too, because it was accurate to the games and then more detail. And I would say Green is worse in the terms of how mean he is, but that's cool. That's very cool. And then things like gym leaders are explained more, like as I said before, with the Pokeballs having different sets of teams, and just the overall story is expanded. It's very real into the, in the relation to actually playing the games in Pokemon. Like, it feels like you're playing the games. And I don't care what anyone says, Naruto's voice actor is perfect for Red. Sounds good. It doesn't sound exactly like Naruto. People were thinking it's going to be like Naruto, Date Bio and all that, whatever. Oh, man. He doesn't sound exactly like Naruto. He sounds a little bit different. The special is darker. Team Rocket actually feels like a villainous group in this special. And the Pokemon anime, the current one, is too childish, and this is a fresh breath of air. And it's going at the speed of the Pokemon manga, which doesn't show every gym battle, and then the fights are kind of short, but this could easily be a 60-plus episode series. That's my opinion. and it just really conveys a feeling of nostalgia overall. And you know, when you played the games, did you know all the types? Like, I know people are going to complain about, like, Red didn't know what type was weak against this type. But when you played the games for the first time, did you actually know all the types? And I still don't know all the types. I play Pokemon now, and I've looked at the type chart, and it's kind of confusing. Just saying. It's pretty detailed for an anime. But this is my second review that's over 15 minutes. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I had to go off with like a summary, but I had to look at something. I couldn't just like talk about this without looking at something. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.